Oh, thank you, Dixie. Sure. Oh, great. The mail. Oh, look what came. Look what came. It's the adoption forms.
Oh. You want a complete financial statement?
Well, that's standard procedure.
Not to me, it isn't. My net worth is none of their business. Dixie, would you ask the cook if about lunch? I'm getting hungry.
Is there anything in particular that you'd like?
Brooke?
Oh, no, I have some errands to run, so don't worry about me. Oh, I'm sorry, I just hung up your coat. Oh, that's okay. Okay.
Just a sandwich for me. I had ate too much over the holidays.
All right. I'm just very excited. I mean, getting these forms, it's like this is really going to happen.
Well, I just don't like the idea of other people prying into my personal life.
Well, there's bound to be a certain amount of red tape when you're adopting. I mean, I'm sure this is just the beginning. They probably do spot checks with social workers to make sure that you have a proper home and...
No, I understand that, but do they have to know every financial detail? My income, my stock and real estate holdings? I mean, that's confidential information.
Well, they'll treat it as such.
Oh, yes, of course, until some gossipy secretary decides to copy them and hand them to all her friends.
Really, I don't think we're that fascinating. What's bothering you?
Leave them here. I'll have my accountant fill in the blanks.
Thanks. You may have to fill in a few blanks yourself. All right, listen, I'm sorry I can't have lunch with you. I have a million errands to run, and I will see you a little bit later.
Right.
Adam, you know how I feel.
Well, could I just explain how I feel?
I thought you had. We were in the process of adopting
Would you
a baby.
just hear me out, please?
Have you changed your mind?
The surrogacy process had already been set in motion when you brought up this adoption thing.
Set in motion how?
Well, a candidate had been suggested, and I found her quite acceptable.
What are you saying?
That I want to go through with it.
You lied to me. You went ahead with this after I told you how I felt.
I tried to tell you. You overrode me.
I overrode you?
You told me you had a call from your adoption lawyer. I told you I had a call, too. You assumed it was from him.
Adam, that's what you led me to assume. I asked you, what did you want? You told me whatever would make me happy, and all the time, obviously, you had this intention to go run a surrogacy plan.
You're absolutely right. I went behind your back. I should never have done that.
Why did you?
Because I want a child of my own.
So why would you say that you wanted to go ahead with adoption? Why have we gone through all this trouble?
Well, it's not too late to cancel that deal.
Is this all it is to you? It's just buying and selling? Is that what it is?
Brooke, that's being very unfair. This is not that much different from adoption.
Adam, how can you
Except in this case,
that?
Instead of having a child that we'll know nothing about, it will be my child.
Well, what am I supposed to be? Am I the nursemaid? This woman is going to bear your child, and I am supposed to raise it as ours? What if this woman wants visiting rights? What if this child grows up and wants to know who its real mother is? Not the stand-in, not the woman who couldn't have any more children.
Brooke, don't do that.
Why should I do it? It's the truth. I mean, obviously, this is why you want to hire someone to bear your child.
Brooke, I love you. I don't give a damn what you can or can't do, and nothing in the world is going to change the way I feel about you.
So why are you doing it?
Not to hurt you.
Why are you?
Because I want a child with my blood in his veins.
Adam, you have a child.
Yes, I have Sky, who may well spend the rest of her life not knowing who the hell I am.
You don't know that.
Well, please, will you try to understand what I'm saying? This is not just an ego trip with me. I'm not just trying to perpetuate the Chandler name. But if I can father a child on my own, of my own, in a totally impersonal procedure, that I would like to know that I can take some small part of myself and let it be there after I'm gone. Selfish? Yes, it probably is. But family and blood ties are ingrained in me. I was raised to be proud of my heritage. We didn't have anything. We had nothing. But we were a family. And there was a courage and a respect in that I would like to keep alive as a tribute to my parents and to their parents. And if you could possibly find it in your heart to consider surrogacy, it would mean a great deal to me.
I don't know what to say. I'm trying to understand how you feel. I know that family is important to you, and I wish that I could just say yes and make you happy.
What?
I can't accept it. Another woman bearing your child because it makes me feel useless.
If it were the other way around, if you could have a child and I couldn't give you one, I'd let you use artificial insemination?
It's not the case, so let's not argue that.
I don't want to argue anything, darling, but just give me one good, solid reason why you're so against it.
There are emotions involved, and they're not just our emotions. They're the other woman's, the surrogate mother's. What it's like to carry a child for 9 months. I know what it's like to feel that life, to give birth. There's a bond that's created there between a mother and a child. I could never have given Laura up. Never. Except for God's will. How can I ask another woman to break that bond, to sell her child for money? It's appalling. It's abhorrent. I don't know how anyone can do it.
And judge everyone else by your standards.
Granted, but you cannot tell me that she is not attached to that child. What if she can't give it up? What if she would run away with it?
No.
It can happen.
No, not the candidate that I've chosen. She has agreed to sign an ironclad contract.
It's not a guarantee.
Brooke, what is the difference between this and adoption? In both cases, the woman has agreed to give away her child.
For different reasons. And in adoption, a woman decides either because she cannot take care of a child or she doesn't want to take care of a child. There are so many unwanted children in the world. Why can't we give one of them a decent life and a loving home? And that child would become part of us. That child would become our own. Why can't you see that? Maybe we should just give up this adoption idea. Just not have a child at all. Is that what you want?